Hey Fletch, thanks for taking the time today.
hmm
We'll
Thank you.
get started here with Dave Zangaro and then Jeff McLean.
Hey Fletch, first off, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Making progress. Feel a lot better than I did the last few days. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about Javon Hargrave and the start he's gotten off to here. Is there any part of this surprising to you? Just that he's playing as well as he is?
Oh, not at all. I mean, he can't. I mean, I think the biggest thing for him is it's his second year. Being here, and he's there's a reason we brought him here to be disruptive. That's what he's doing right now. So, and he's healthy. I think that's playing a big part. I think last year he had a couple of things. He had a few setbacks. So he's healthy now, and can't be more happy for him.
Go ahead, Jeff, and then Rube.
Fletch, Nick mentioned you as one of the prominent guys to step in with in terms of leadership now that BG, or he said you've always been a leader, but maybe do a little more now that BG is sidelined. Will you change your approach, or will you stay the way you've always been as a leader?
I mean, just know who you are. I mean, I know who I am, and obviously, Brandon was a good leader. I'm a great leader myself. We're gonna miss that absence with with BG not being here. So not only me, but it's gonna be a few guys that's gonna have to step up. But they don't have to go out of their way. They just gotta play within their within their means, just continue to do their job, and I think that's all what Brandon would want. So. I mean, I'll just continue to do what I'm doing, and try not try to do anything out of the ordinary. To have my teammates even question me of just trying to do extra stuff.
If I could follow up, is there anybody who could match like BG in terms of the energy department? We all know what he does, what he does in that regard.
I mean, as far as the smack talking, it's gonna be hard. I mean, even the world know that BG likes to talk smack from the first play of the game to the last play of the game, good or bad. So I mean, it's gonna be hard to match that, but we'll bring it, and his energy will definitely rub off. I think he'll be around the building after he kind of can get on his feet after surgery or whatever. But it's always gonna be good, but. We just right now, just the next man up, and especially in our room, it's always that way. You never really see a fall off when if BG's not on the field. So I mean, somebody will step in and fill that role, and we'll just keep going.
Go ahead, Rube, and then Zach.
Hey, Fletch, one of the guys you guys are obviously counting on heavily is Ryan Kerrigan, who's been around forever. What have you seen from him since he came back from that hand injury, and what he's done over these first couple of weeks?
I think I was just talking to somebody about Ryan actually I think during the walkthrough earlier today, and I said I think the most impressive thing that I respect about Ryan and I like about Ryan is he's a pro. He handles his business. He's always prepared. Even when he was sidelined during training camp, he's always showed up and was prepared to do whatever. Always focused in meetings, always asking questions. Guys asking him questions, he's answering it. He's like the guy, that you like playing with. I like playing. I want to play next to Ryan. And now I think we'll have more opportunities to play beside each other. Now that BG's down, so it'll be good. No matter who they put in there, I know that person will be ready.
Zach and then Bo.
Hey, Fletcher, you've had a front row seat to Josh Sweat's development. At what point over these past 3+ years did you realize he was kind of more than a rotational pass rusher and he'd become a big contract player?
I mean, Josh has been doing good. He's just been progressing and taking coaching, and he works hard and he take the coaching from the older guys. And he's this year had a really good camp and shows how much work he put in the off season and just kind of honed in on just really learning how to be a pro. And I think he's taking that next step.
How does his role or the expectations for him change now with Brandon out?
I think Josh has got to go out and continue to be Josh. At the end of the day, I don't think anybody needs to go out and be Superman. Just go out and do your job and do it as best you can, knowing that that you're not the only one on the field. Knowing that it's 10 other guys out there that's got a job to do. We got to hold everybody accountable.
Go ahead, Bo, and then Ed.
Fletch, the guys you have played the most next to at defensive tackle, so Benny and Jernigan and now Javon. How does Javon compare to those other guys just as a player?
I mean, all great players, all good, smart guys that love the game, that love to get after it. That's competitive in everything that we do, even if it's coming down to an individual drill. You just appreciate that competitiveness. And Timmy did it, Benny did it. Me and Hargrave go at it every day. So it's just competitive part and just having fun and being yourself.
Go ahead, Ed.
Hey, Fletch. I don't know how often you've had a chance to line up across from Landon Dickerson. He hasn't been practicing a whole lot until recently. But anyway, what do you see from him? It's his first NFL start. What can you give him any advice on making that first NFL start?
Man, I think the best thing you can tell a guy that's getting their first NFL start is just go out and be the best you that you can be, you know. And I say that to a lot of guys that's that's getting their first start. Just go be the best you, and from that point on, you control what's going on.
Have you played again? Have you lined up against him at practice and stuff? And kind of insight can you give us into the type of player he is?
I mean, I've lined up against him in practice a few times, and I've also helped him on a few things that I may have beat him with, and he asked me just kind of player to player, and there's some things that we just keep in house. Know that it's competitive. If he getting me better, I'm getting him better, and you got to respect the kid. He's a big kid. And I feel like he can play a lot of ball in this league.
Go to Martin Frank.
Hey, Fudge, I think earlier you had kind of said that it'd be hard to match, the talking that BG does on the field and everything. Like, who among the guys who are left, could possibly, do some trash talking like BG does?
I mean, it's gonna be hard. Brandon is Brandon. Josh is Josh. Ryan is Ryan. Derek is Derek. Hargrave is Hargrave. There's so many different personalities, in that room. Everybody got their own way of doing things. So I don't think that anybody's going to try to, imitate, Brandon, what he's doing or what his trash talking. Everybody is their own person, and it's just knowing who you are. And I say that so many times. Know who you are.
Are there any additional questions for Fletch? No. All right. Thanks for the time, Fletch.